guys, I just wanted to kind of make a video today about a video that I had seen on YouTube a couple weeks ago, and then again a couple days ago I revisited it. And it's called Why I Hate Religion But Love Jesus. And the person that made the video, I can definitely relate to the things that he said and the way that he was putting out his information. But a lot of people are having a really hard time swallowing what he was saying, what he was trying to say. But I just kind of want to get into my opinion about the whole thing, and then I want to kind of get into defending him, I guess. My opinion about, okay, I understand that people are like, you hate religion? I have a religion and I'm a part of a religion and you hate me, and they take such bad offense to it. But I feel like the religion that he's talking about is a religion that, I mean, I have a lot of friends that that will come up to me or will go on Facebook. Hi, sweetheart. What's wrong? You want to sit with me? Baby. Who outwardly express the fact that they hate Christians. And I just kind of sit there and I'm like, alright, you hate Christians. But I don't take that as you hate Jesus or that you hate God, because the fact of the matter is Christians aren't God and Christians aren't Jesus. We fall short in a lot of ways. And I feel like a lot of people, because of their religion, feel like they have this right to speak their mind, and I feel like they just have this excuse. They feel like they have this excuse to be judgmental. And you know what? All of that judgment and all of that just brings feelings of hurtfulness and hatred and non-acceptance, and I mean basically exactly the opposite of what Jesus wants us to do. And Jesus has called us to love, and that's straight Bible for you. I feel like what bball1989 was preaching against, and I mean I really would say that he packed a whole sermon into a 3-minute video or however long the video is. What he's speaking about is not religion as an institution, or, you know, he's not talking about Catholics, he's not talking about Christians, he's not talking about Baptists, he's not talking about this or that or this. I feel like he's talking about the people that are judgmental and hateful and hurtful in the name of religion, and who put their actions out there as a reflection of their God and of their Jesus, and put God's name on something that is not of God. And I feel like that's where he kind of is saying, I am not a part of that. If you hate Christians, I'm not a part of that. I love Jesus. I'm a Christ follower, and that's what's important. And people have taken such offense, and I don't think that's what he meant at all. I don't think he was saying, Catholics, I don't want to be like you because religion sucks. Like, I feel like he was saying to the people that are not Christians that, hey, I know you've been hurt by Christians before. I know that you've been hurt by their judgments. I know you've been hurt by people that say that they love Jesus, and I want to tell you that I hate that. I hate the negativity, and I love Jesus, and because of Jesus' love for me, I feel like I need to share his love with you. And I feel like that's where bball1989, I believe that's the right address, I really believe that's what he was trying to get at and what he was trying to say. And it was frustrating to me to see so many responses, so many negative responses from other Christians, because as Christians, I feel like we should, whenever we see a Christian step out in faith and try to evangelize and try to spread love, and then we go and we see them, I don't feel like we should attack them for trying to step out and trying to speak out and be positive. I don't feel like we should critique them. I don't feel like bball did anything wrong. you know, I feel like the only people that had an issue were the religious people, because they didn't like the word religion being used. And I feel like they had like an agenda to prove that their group had the best way and had the best, you know, way to get close to God, and they just wanted to tell the world about it, and they wanted to tell him about it. That's not what his video was about. And I feel like people that took it that way were missing the point. And I feel bad that they did. Because if they did more than just read the title and they actually listened to what he was saying and they listened to the message he was trying to get across, then I don't think they would have nitpicked and taken apart his whole message to slam it. You know, you would never go up to your pastor at your church, and as soon as he's done giving his sermon, you would never go up and say, hold on everybody, before you leave, let me just tell you what I thought about pastor's sermon and how many of his points I thought were questionable, and this and that and this and that. You would never do that. If you had a question about his sermon, or you didn't wholeheartedly believe in it, you might discuss it with some of your other, you know, peers, or you may go to your pastor and say, hey pastor, what does that mean? Can you explain? And I feel like if people had a question, they should have messaged bball himself and said, what do you mean by that? Because I have a feeling that if they would have asked, or if they would have even thought about it for more than 5 seconds, then either he would have been able to explain, or they could have understood the fact that he didn't mean it as anything negative or hateful, because then it would have just been, again, spreading hate. But I believe that he really was hating. What I believe he was hating was not the people or religious people. I believe he was hating the acts that sometimes religious people can commit in the name of God that are, you know, that just cause negativity and hate and hurt and you know, not even just to non-Christians, but Christians hurt other Christians all the time. I feel like people are out to hurt this guy. And you know what? I give this guy props, you know, because he sat down and he wrote a poem and he shared it with the world. And 18 million people heard a message that otherwise, if he would not have made the video, they wouldn't have heard. So, in my book, I completely just feel like it was a blessing to hear his message, and I'm so sorry that he got bashed, and I hope that it doesn't discourage him from making future videos or putting his interpretations out there. Again, if people don't agree with them or they don't feel like, you know, that's for them or whatever, then that's fine. But you know, and I did see, you know, an atheist responded to his video, and I fully expect anybody who is an atheist. Oh, sweetheart, what happened? Did you get your arm stuck? An atheist or somebody from another religion to chime in and say what they have to say, what they feel that they are prompted to say. But for other Christians to kind of come in and nitpick him and basically, you know, just throw stones, because that's kind of how I view it. I feel like these people that are like critiquing him, they obviously must have this perfect interpretation of the Bible, and they must have a straight link to God, and he must speak to them privately, and they must know exactly how we're supposed to live, because apparently, you know, they're throwing stones, and God said, and Jesus said, you know, let he who's perfect throw the first stone. So they must be perfect, and they must know all. So yeah, but and don't get me wrong, by doing this video, I'm not trying to throw stones at the people who were throwing stones. I'm not trying to hate the people that were hating on him, but I'm just kind of, I want people to take a step back and think about what they do before they do it, and what consequences their actions may have on somebody that doesn't really understand it, or on an outsider. Because I feel like if somebody, you know, who wasn't a Christian came in and saw the whole mess of responses and things like that, they're going to look at that and be like, all these Christians can do among themselves is fight. Why would I want to be a part of that? These Christians can't even agree on what doctrine is correct. Why would I want to be a part of that? I don't even know, how do I know what to believe? You know? again, that goes back to a religious attitude that is not helpful, and that is not loving, and that is not of Christ. So bball, if you're watching, or if you got a chance to watch this video, I just want to give you a big thumbs up, and I just pray that you're doing well, and that you continue with your talent and with God's gift that He's given you. And I hope to see more videos from you, and you have our support. So keep going. And if you are, you know, somebody who has religious, if you're somebody that has beliefs and you want to share God's love, I would encourage you not to let the haters stop you or discourage you, because no matter what, you're gonna have people judging you. Yeah, no good. No good. Oh. Okay, so on that note, I will see you guys in another video. Bye.